1 second. Yeah, it's the right side. And this one goes over there. And it's over there. There goes my pencil. Oh hey, you're ready guys. Welcome back to another video. And yeah, unlike this YouTuber, I actually have a facial review. This is my real face and I clearly need a clean shave. Thanks for noticing. So yeah, what to do now? Well, apparently someone has made a comeback, and yeah, let's just say it's funny. Yeah, about 4 days ago, the guy that goes, a YouTuber that goes by the name of Comic Book Hut, sometimes Patriot Hut, Sports Hut, whatever the hell, Hut, upload a video about yeah, about CG related things, and yeah, he's also part of the anti-SJW crowd that I have my own opinions about, and he more than often behaves like one because he is so easily offended that yeah, and obsessed, not with me but with an American publisher that's currently making it big. They'll get to that point later on, but yeah, he is so easily offended. That's why up until 4 days ago he uploaded and the comments were still intact. I just asked, whoa, that's the wrong picture. Here so, is the money for the prey in cash or in super chats? Just to make a little, just to take the mickey out of him. And yeah, this is his channel. You can check his info here. Don't waste your time. It's quite boring. It's the same, yeah. I still find it funny. It's the same, yeah. Outrage grift. Yeah, we're almost used to. And yeah, but the funny part about this is I only asked this question, and before I knew it, he disabled the comments. A few of them were positive. Yeah, 3 of them were yeah, kind of making fun out of him, or yeah, mentioning the fact that yeah, the sun god kind of failed to deliver on his promises. So yeah, I'm going to give this video a look before I go to work, and yeah, before I get to work, and yeah, if you want to watch this without my commentary, the link's down below, and yeah, and we're going to try to summarize what he just told in this video, and yeah, I hope I don't lose brain cells watching this. So yeah, here we go. Holy smoke! What an intro! What's the kind of what hell kind of intro is that? Is someone hitting the drum multiple times, or is the washing machine malfunctioning? I don't know.
Everybody, this is the comic book hunt, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion. Yeah.
Give me a effing break. You're not a champion. You're just a guy in a Hamburglar costume. Jeez, relax.
And welcome back, folks. I am back again for the millionth time. I've come back more times than Columbo. Remember Columbo?
Never heard of the guy, but maybe you should have stayed put.
Oh, one more thing before I forget. Well, listen, there's one more thing.
Yes, I've come back to have some fun, make some jokes. Hopefully people laugh. I mean, I've really been gone away for a long time. Sort of taking a break, been working on my sports channels, doing great. But you know, you want to do different things. I want to expand a little bit, make some money, quite frankly. on the platform. A couple bucks in there don't can't hurt at all. Yes, I'll be doing some videos. Really to sort of have a lot of fun. Really, I mean, I really don't really have any plans in terms of videos. I just want to sort of whatever makes people laugh is what I want to do right now. I spent the last
Well, I'm not laughing to you at the moment. I'm laughing at you.
few weeks, really the last few months, thinking, oh, should I bring this back? I do have a book I want to sell. That's really one of the things I want to do. I mean, but that's not going to be this year. I'm not going to do a crowdfund. So I just sort of mention that. It's sort of more of a time constraint thing than anything else. But we're going to have a lot.
Yeah, fortunately, if you want to have a successful campaign, I'm not an expert on crowdfunding. You need to have to spend time and resources in promoting this thing. If you truly were confident in your product, you would promote the hell out of this. Right now, you're not doing anything to promote your book. That should have used another draft or 5. But I digress.
A lot of fun. We'll talk about the creators a lot. We'll goof on pretty much everybody. I would mention that Iconic Comics is kind of, they do have my docs, and I have to be very careful with them. I would mention that I had a private Twitter account that I was using, that I was communicating with Douglas Ernst and Timothy Lim, and Timothy Lim sent that account to Vicky. You know, remember the homeless lady? She was demanding.
First of all, you came to them first. You personally asked them for help if you're getting your species back to the planet or your spaceful abortion book. They told you that it wasn't ready yet, that the script wasn't ready yet, that you needed another draft or 5, 6. And when an experienced publisher tells you that you need another draft or 5, and the experienced creator, by the way, or 6, you listen. When he says you need 10, you listen. When you say you need 20 or 25, you listen. What you did, you can blame everything on them, but in the end, you didn't do anything with their advice. So you can blame Timothy Lim, Douglas Ernst, whatever you want. In the end, it's on the mistake of going to inking immediately instead of polishing the product until it was ready for print, for inking. That's where you failed. So yeah. It doesn't matter if you release it this year, next year, or whatever year. If you take the same approach, you're going to fail. Let's go.
Mentioned to me about a year ago. I thought it was kind of funny that a lady that still is homeless is demanding answers of people that are more successful than she is, and she's been doing that for 5 years. I also would mention about the Royler brothers. They have one-trick ponies. I mean, they're still complaining about the same things from 5 years ago. You know, they still complain, and they still do this weird voice when they want to make fun of people. You know, it's very strange. I wonder if they do that, you know, on whatever that they do on the, you know, in their regular lives. Very odd behavior that they have. But those puppets, I have to sort of be very careful what I say about Iconic Comics, to be honest with you, because they are so unhinged. The puppets.
They're not well. From what I've seen as an observer from a safe distance, is I had interactions with the guys, etc. And yeah, to me they came over like civil. I just treated a guy like Doug, for example, as an adult. I treated Tim Lim or Mark Pellegrini as an adult. And just had an adult conversation. Why can't you do this? Oh, we know why. Because you're a lying piece of ass. I'm censoring the words right now a little bit, but because YouTube could be a little pain in the, you know what.
That in anything could, you know, upset one of those very wimpy creators, they'll sick their puppets after me. I really don't feel like dealing with them too much, quite frankly. I don't really like dealing with homeless people and drug addicts, quite frankly. I understand that that Puma Fist basically blew himself up, sort of lost his chance to do things on the platform. I guess he kind of said something he shouldn't have said that most people find disgusting. Basically got skadooshed off of my friend John De La Rosa's channel. I will.
Dude, you're friends with a guy who has a restraining order against him. I don't know the full story behind it, but knowing the guy he is, he kind of he kind of the reason why he had the restraining order against him because he did something to his wife or his ex at the moment, and his family life is falling apart. And it's considering the person he is, I'm not surprised, but you're not very good at picking your friends, dude. Especially not him. He's even more obsessed with iconic comics than you are. And he has a restraining order against him. What is true, I don't always tend to believe women, etc. But I tend to believe his ex more than him, considering the person he is. But let's keep going.
Promote John's books, because John was one person that was loyal to me. I noticed, and I did not mention this before, I noticed a lot of rats jumped ship and were nowhere to be found when I was being attacked, when a lot of them knew how I am. Behind the scenes, how respectful I am, turns out how to talk to them, and everything else, and how pleasant I am. Very pleasant to talk to behind the scenes.
The guy's not your friend, dude. He's using you. You're nothing more than a pawn in this game. Once you use up your usefulness, he and the rest of the guys within those circles will turn their backs on you and abandon you. These people are not your friends. And that's about it.
Nothing really anyone comes out and says anything nasty about me that they would feel about. There's nothing bad here. I noticed that some of those rats did not come out in defense of me. Only one person came out in defense of me, and that was John De La Rosa, who has been very nice to me. I've been very nice to him. I never had one argument with him. Never had any kind of like uncomfortable conversation with him over the years. Amazingly enough, I couldn't mention names of rats. Well, Doug Tenniaple's for one. I do know one thing about Tenniaple. I noticed his channel has got over 100 or 200,000 subs. I get some ideas from him watching his different titles of videos and stuff. He will come if Trump becomes president again, and the deep state don't take him out permanently, or say Robert F. Kennedy Jr. becomes president, the economy will get better. Somehow, some reason, Doug Tenniaple will return to Commonsgate and just bite his lip when it comes to Ethan Van Sciver and be very pleasant to deal with. I also noticed this. I didn't realize that also that that Greeks were very cowardly. I always thought they were very brave. I noticed that George Alexopoulos, another one that has my doc. I'm surprised he did not come out to defend. I guess when he's got this sort of business relationship with the Iconic Comics, he doesn't want to. He took a side. He didn't want to lose.
Or maybe he doesn't want to deal with a narcissistic liar who is hiding behind the self-proclaimed Christian tough guy act and asks for money to send a prayer. Well, last time I checked, when I went to church, was years ago, and with friends who are Christians, prayers are free. You don't need to pay for them. If you want to pray to your to the big guy up there, just put your hands together, and when you're alone, or when you're at a place where it's appropriate to do, just put your hands together and pray. You don't need to pay for it. I can't understand why they don't want to deal with you. It's because you possess seen what kind of person you are. It doesn't necessarily mean that they are on the payroll of Iconic Comics. That's ridiculous.
lose any money. It's funny. I supported him when he was at the bottom, and now that he's going on Tim Pool's channel, no support there. No support there. Just want to mention that. Another one that knows how pleasant I am. Two individuals that know how pleasant I am to deal with as a human being. Very, very pleasant. But what we're going to do here on this channel? Well, one thing I'm going to do, like I said, is we're going to have a lot of fun. I'm going to bring back Bubbly Edna. Hi, how are you? Hi, if you don't know who I am, I'm Bubbly Edna. They call me Bubbles. That's my nickname. Yes, I will return. She will be back. We have plans to go to New Jersey in a few days. And we're going to make an appearance at a future comic book store. I understand that Ethan Van Sciver is going to open up a comic book store. Oh, man. I was thinking about this today, boy. That is comedy right there. And the reason I say it's comedic is he going to do like reaction videos where he starts crying like Kevin Smith does? Kevin Smith, the guy that did did those stupid Clerk movies. I never liked Clerks. I thought those movies were always fucking stupid, quite frankly. But is he going to do like reaction videos where he starts crying? He'll read like a comic book and start crying, like Kevin does. He'll watch a trailer and just starts blubbering like a baby. Is he going to like lose like 400 pounds and look like Uguay from Kung Fu Panda, like Kevin Smith looks like? He looks like Uguay. Remember the turtle? The turtle from Kung Fu Panda? He looks just like him. I mean, that's really, if that's what Ethan's going to do, he's going to sell Cyberfrog in a comic book store. Well, first of all, good luck to him and his store. We will goof on certain things at time to time, but I will say that I find that amusing. It's sort of, I mean, he's going to be like his competitor in New Jersey, a high-profile guy who owns a comic book store. Is he going to have like a TV show? They're going to do a TV show that helps bring out Cecil to praise these different comic books with whomever.
Anyone who praises Cecil is effed in the head, because cash grab, even the slums of Rio de Janeiro in Brazil weren't this bad. They don't look this bad, they don't smell that bad. That's just gore and etc. for the sake of being, for sake of course, there is no story in it. What do you have to gain from promoting Cecil? The guy, he made a book that should never have been made, and his ex told him, it is a waste of money. I agree.
Never? I mean, really? I couldn't believe something. I saw something. My mouth dropped. I was following Alex Stein's channel for...
Whoa! His mouth dropped. Jeez. Maybe you have to wait. I just hope the weight drops with it. Come on.
For a while. And I'm watching, they went to Barstool, because, some of my baseball stuff kind of interacts with Barstool. And I came across this video of Alex Stein going and making fun of Dave Portnoy, and they sent a whole bunch of SJW women down there to confront him. And I was like, wait a minute, that's Cecil. He just doesn't have a mask on. I was like, holy shit. It's like, what the hell is he doing down there? Hanging out with a half naked black guy. Like, oh my god. I thought I was seeing things. But, so I'm just going to have we're just going to have a lot of fun here. Again, my book is...
Hold on a second, I have to scroll it back here, but... why does he sound like he's in love with the guy? It came over like sus. No offense. But we're almost at the last 4 minutes, so let's keep going.
Again, my book is finished. I mean, completely finished. I did the whole thing myself. So I think John JDA had asked me, was this book, did Star Wars steal my whale idea? No, my whale idea is a separate idea. In fact, I watched the Rebel show, and I remember the whales. But I forgot all about that until he posted a tweet about it. The whale story has nothing to do with, means absolutely nothing to do with Star Wars and vice versa. My whale story is about Jonah and the whale, and I'm very proud of this book, and I don't care what anybody says about it, quite frankly. I don't expect anyone to promote it. I don't, like I said, I don't expect.
If you don't expect anyone to promote it, I mean, my webcomic hardly gets promoted either. But I try to make my best of it, despite me having to work a day job on the side, etc. But if you don't expect anyone to promote it, how do you think it is going to succeed? I mean, yeah, that's my question. So rarely have I seen a book getting instant traction without getting any promotion. I mean, I'm quite new as a content creator as well, but this is common sense.
That's a good crowdfunder. That's just too time consuming for me. I got so much going on here with all my baseball stuff.
If you didn't spend so much time on your baseball stuff and the other YouTube channels, you would have time to finish the book faster and get it on an indie plant or an Amazon. I mean, get your priorities in order, dude. For real.
And my football channel that I don't have the time for it. So, you know, that's the one thing. But these videos I will do if I feel the need to be funny or some kind of funny observation. I think the comic book store is pretty funny, and I have a pretty good idea of what I want to do. A lot of times, like this video, is always sort of over the top, off the top of my head. Most of my videos would confiscate.
Over the top of your head, well, at least you got one thing right. Serious.
Your comic books. There's always, unless it was a book to review, or so, and I'm not going to complain about any more late books. That's not my thing anymore. I'm not doing.
Such a shame. We all know why not to complain about late books anymore, because you're JDA's friend.
And I don't think that's appropriate as a creator to do that. Just in general.
You don't think it's appropriate to complain about late books? Dude, do you have any dignity left? If you have to wait more than 2 years for a grounded book to arrive, then you earned the right to complain about it. That's my take. And yeah, I mean, there are things you can't control, but at least try to deliver in a slightly more timely manner. That's all that I ask for, but the moment I ask for it, some people are get incredibly defensive. Why are you not complaining about that? There's nothing, as a creator, it's more than fair that if someone doesn't deliver a product in time, that you criticize them. Jeez. They're not going to I don't know what to say anymore, dude. Jeez.
It's none of my business. To be honest with you, I'm just gonna stick to be entertaining on this platform. Be hysterically funny. I am. There is nobody funnier than me, and I don't need.
Do you see me laughing? No. And get your priorities in check. Get a job. For real. Get a real job, an actual job. Something to bring in the end, because you can't make money on entertaining things alone. There's a select few that could do it, but you're not one of them. I'm doubting that you're one of them. So you may have 3 channels. You have a football channel, a baseball channel, and this channel, but in real life, it's going to mean jack shit if you don't have relevant work experience on your CV or in your resume. And that's universal. That's not just in the United States. It's everywhere. But I digress. We're at the last minutes now.
Need alcohol for fun, by the way. But we're gonna have a lot of fun here. Can't say it enough. And we're gonna do all kinds of different. I don't even know what I'm gonna do here. But I want to grow this channel. If you become a regular watcher of this and subscribe to this channel, watch the entirety of the video, because really the sub count is fine. Obviously you don't see it. What I want is I want the time. So it's really about getting 4,000 hours. That's actually easier to get, quite frankly, than to get people to sub. That's very, very easy. But I thank you for watching. Okay, I thank you for for coming back one more time, man. One more time, sir. You know, come back like Columbo, like a boomerang. I'm very good at that. I'm very good at coming back, and maybe I'll delete.
He's very good at coming back. Yeah, like a boomerang. But the thing is, with his arguments, every time he throws one, like this, the thing with a boomerang is it always comes back to hurt him, like bad karma. He's constantly lying about things and twisting the truth, and then he goes hiding behind the self-proclaimed Christian Catholic tough guy act. That's all he does. That's the trick of this type of outrage Americans. They say one thing, but behind the scenes they do another thing. Always. So don't get fooled by this, please. I know there are enough people that get fooled by this. I'm not telling you what side to support, but do your own research, make your own mind about it. It's this ridiculous. This guy's ridiculous for real.
This channel back 20 times. Who knows? And my other stuff staying. It's not going anywhere. That's very consistent money-wise. Yeah, this will be just to have some laughs. I like repeat myself. You can tell if you come by for the first time. But this is going to be a channel you're going to want to watch. You're going to want to subscribe to. I'm trying to find my disguise. I'm trying to find my fucking mask. I don't know what the hell I do with it.
Then why don't you show your true face? What are you afraid of? If you came back multiple times again, what's stopping you from showing your true face on the internet? Come on. I mean, I do it right now, and I need to clean cut. I know, but you should do this more. But if you have 3 channels, why don't you show your face so I can have a good laugh? See if you're truly funny. But let's keep going.
So at some point I'll be on camera. God help you. God help you for that. Because I'll be on camera for this channel. God help.
Then why? Come on. Then why didn't you do it when you made this fit? Then why didn't you put your face on the camera so when you made this video? I mean, what are you afraid of? I want to see who the guy is behind the mask, so I can have a good laugh at him, or feel pity for him. One of the two.
Help you. Anyone watching, I apologize already. Whatever you see here. Well, thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to the Comic Book Hut. Thank you. Have a good day, and I'll see you later.
Wow. So to sum this up, yeah, well, he's back. He's still he's still mad about and obsessed about iconic comics, especially Doug Ernst, Tim Lee, Mark Pellegrini, etc., because he didn't want to promote his book and told him that it needed another draft or 5, 6 more. And yeah, he's still mad at certain creators, at shitty webcomics, at a person named Vicky that I never heard about. And yeah, he is friends with JDA, which is something I don't get. I've never heard the guy speak a word of Spanish in my entire life. And yeah, he feels obligated to review his books for some reason. I mean, nobody is obligated to read anyone's books at all. Well, he's licking the boots of the fake Sun God because he's opening a comic book store. But the thing with the comic book store is, it is a good idea from a certain perspective, but I don't think that a lot of CG books, Cyberfrog included, are enough to yeah. So it's only selected. Are not, because they're still in the pretty much in the crowdfunding phase, are enough to keep yeah, the store afloat. If you want to keep the store afloat, especially in these days when there are a lot of people, a lot of teenagers who never actively lived the 90s nor have the emotional attachment to certain characters or to a certain art style, because most of them read manga or webcomics, whatever. If you don't put things in like figurines, manga, manhwa, or yeah, things like Gunpla, for example. That store is going to, or even Captain America, for example, or even American with manga-inspired elements and European elements like Captain America or Soulfinder merchandise in it. It won't stay afloat for a very long time. That's but I'm not an expert in economics, nor in American business, or American economy. I'm not a business owner. These are my thoughts. But yeah, like I say before I close this video is like I said before, don't listen to these type of outrage merchants because they keep making things up, and and somehow they always come back, and if you question them, they delete their comment section or worse. I know I'm getting a lot of flack for this, but that's all I have to say for this video. I have to go to work. See you guys in the next one. And yeah, if you wonder why, like I said before, if you wonder why I'm repeating myself as well, because I love that as well. I can't deny that. But that's also because yeah, I have a little manhole. I mean, he acts like a tough guy, but is this really the reason to disable the comments? I mean, I'm not going to disable my comments for sure, because yeah, there's no strings attached to me. Only I rule over me. So yeah, but yeah, like I said, I repeat myself one more time. Do not believe everything the guy says. I mean, if you believe one thing that he says, you have to believe everything. And yeah. And yeah, if that store is going to be a success, I doubt it, because there's not enough reach. Aside from the American audience, there's not enough reach to yeah. You have also a thing with availability, delivery, things that are not always in sync. So yeah, and stock as well. So yeah. So long story short, still mad at Icon Comics. Obsessed over that they don't want to promote this book. It came crawling back to JDA that I never heard speak a word Spanish about. Still mad at certain creators and YouTubers thinking that they are on their payroll. I doubt George is on the payroll of Iconic Comics. I haven't seen any evidence of that. So I claim that's could be anything. And yeah, he's focusing on his sport channel, etc. When he should a sport channel and sports channels and this channel, when he should have gone out in the real world instead of trying too hard to make it an entertainment and get a real job. And yeah, that's about it. Talk to you guys later, guys. I have to go back to work. Peace.